Good morning, good morning, everybody. And welcome to Turning Your Passion into Profit Morning Show. How's everybody doing today? I hope you're having a fantastic day, wherever you may be around the globe. You know, y'all, it certainly is a beautiful morning. It's a beautiful morning to get things done. And I want to say happy Wednesday, the middle of the week. And what have you done? What have you done to get started or to continue on or you know just dream again, just make something happen. Life is too short, y'all. Life is too short. You got to stop daydreaming. You got to stop just thinking about you're going to do this and you're going to do that, and just get it done. Just get it done. You'll see when you just start doing it, something, whatever it is, whatever that doing something is, whether it's beginning to write that book, or whether it's starting that business or creating that product or service, just get it done. That's the beautiful thing about it. Get up, be intentional, but get it done. Get those things out of your mind, because as long as those things are in your mind, it's just a fantasy. Make them real. Make them real. And I know you have what it takes to make those dreams come to life. Good morning, Robert. How you doing today? It's so nice seeing you today. And happy Wednesday to you. How are you doing in your neck of the woods? Happy Wednesday. Y'all, it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful time to just get up and, like I always tell you, frame your day. Get up and look in the mirror and look at yourself directly in the eyes and affirm yourself and tell yourself good things about yourself. And just, build yourself up. Build yourself up. Because I'm going to tell you, you feel so much better when you build yourself up. And then that'll give you a different outlook on your day. Even though, things may come into encroach upon our day, but, we'll have a different mindset, a different way of looking at things. And, this is just a simple thing. And this is something I've been doing for years. And I'm going to tell you, it works. It works. So if you haven't, just try it. Just try it, because, it's a beautiful thing. Thank you. Thank you. Framing your day. Frame your day. And I'm going to be discussing this morning about, allowing integrity and character to speak. And yesterday, we had a great discussion on here. Which is I love the energy you had. Yes, Robert, the energy, and this comes apart. Let me, address that for a moment. The energy that I have is coming from me, framing my day, of course, and also living my truth. Because when you live your truth, that's all it is. There's an energy that comes from it. And I just thank you so much for that. And I would like other people to catch on, to the attributes of living your truth. And it's just such a joy and such a pleasure, walking in your truth, walking in your truth. So, that's what it's all about, living your truth, coming into that oneness with yourself. And that's something we're going to talk about today, in depth. But for the most part, it's just a grand time. It's just a grand time to, get those things done, just like I said. And let me introduce myself before I get into the program. I'm Gertrude J. Chapman, and I teach you how to maximize your potential and stop leaving money on the table. And that's what happens to so many people. They leave money on the table because they have it all in their minds, and they don't ever sit down and put it down on paper. And until you put it down on paper and start activating those things that you have placed down on the paper, and that's called your vision, it's not going to do anything. It's just going to be there. And guess what? you're not going to go anywhere. You're just going to have those daydreams thinking, well, what if, and, suppose, and all of those things. Life is too short to have regrets. Line up with your truth, and you'll see it's a whole different ball game. It's a whole different ball game, and you will enjoy it, because life is supposed to be enjoyed. Enjoy and enjoy your life to the fullest. Maximize your potential, because there's so much on the inside of you. There's so much on the inside of you. Let me go to the comments. I have a question, man. Okay, go ahead. Put it in the comments, and I'll answer it online. Yeah, anytime you have a question, go ahead, right along with it, because this is interactive, and I love the questions. I love the comments and everything. But getting back to what I was saying, the treasures, the gems that's on the inside of you, those things are very, very important, and those things are the things that will help somebody else in their lives. Change the trajectory of their lives, the way they think, the way they believe, and the way they do things. So it's very, very important. Okay, let me get to the question. Should we use the money or spend? Should we use the money or spend it? Well, what do you mean by that? You're asking me a question. Should you use the money or spend it? And I'm not completely understanding. Now let me, say this. Use the money or spend it. Well, money is a tool. Put it that way. Money is a tool. And we have to look at money as a way of exchange. Okay? We should never, and I don't know if this is exactly what you mean, but we should never place money as having more value than what it is. Money is just a tool, a way of exchange. And sometimes people look at money as a big thing. And I understand that money answers all things, okay? But money is just a tool. And when we're talking about people with their businesses, when we're talking about an entrepreneur, or we're talking about an author, I'm just going to drop this right here so people could understand about this part. Serve and serve well. The money will come. I never focus on money. Money, should be the furthest thing from your mind. And it all depends on where a person is in their walk, on their design pathway, or even if they're on that pathway. I understand where I am in life. I understand. Okay. But some people, they don't understand. So they'll put money out there, and they'll have money as their focal point. But for me, and if anybody else understands and they're in that pathway of understanding, they'll see money, see service as the most prominent thing, because money will come. But should we use money or should we spend it? Money's a tool. So it's there to use it. That's what I would say. Now, I don't know if this is exactly answering your question, but from my perspective, it's a tool. So what do you do with tools? You use tools, right? You use tools to do what you need them to do. I hope that answers your question. I don't know. Is that what you intended, or I don't know. So I hope this answered your question. But I see money as a tool. I see service as the number one. And when I'm talking about, this subject today, allowing integrity and character to speak and to pay attention to the clues, maybe this will give you a little more, or if somebody else, I'm not going to say you per se, Robert, but somebody else have a different way of seeing these things. Because this is a question that can open up a lot of things according to what this topic is today. Because I'm going to talk about today just that thing. I'm going to talk about your standards, okay? I'm going to talk about a person's brand. I'm going to talk about building trust. And all of these things, when we allow our integrity and our characters to speak, that means sticking to our brand. That means, allowing our brand to be known all across the world by being in unity with our brand, no matter where our brand is. Okay? And that comes back to the visionary. That comes back to, the person who has the vision, that they don't allow their vision to be diluted, that they stick true to their brand. And that's all a part of living your truth, being your truth, owning your truth. You see, where it's not diluted. Because many things, as you're walking on this journey, many things come to cause you, well, I won't say cause you, I won't say that. They come, and it will, if you're not careful, let me put it that way, it will shift your way of thinking. It will shift your way of doing. Because now you'll start looking, well, maybe I should do it this way, or maybe I should try this, or this, that, and the other. But you have to stay true to your truth. You have to stay true to your brand. So this is allowing the integrity and character to speak. Because the more you live your truth, and you and your vision are one, you and your brand are one, okay? The more it will build trust, that people, your audience, will trust you, because you're not slipping and sliding. One day you're over here, you're thinking that you're doing that, the next day you're over here because you heard something or you saw something. What we really want to do is what we are really meant to do. What we really want to do is what we're really meant to do. Yes, because we all have a purpose. When we do what we are meant to do, money comes to us. That's true. Doors open for us. That's true. We feel useful. And the work we do feels like play to us. Yeah, because it's a comfortable fit. Okay? We have to, and that's a very good statement there. Just like your question. That's a very good statement. Because we all have a purpose. We all have a designed pathway. And as we live our truth and we be our truth, like I say, you serve, and you serve well, money will come. But money is the least thing that you should ever talk about. Should ever think about. People that's always concentrating on money. This is the way I see it, okay? And if you go on these internet streets, you'll see some stuff, okay? When people are concentrated on money, I got to have this amount of money, I got to have that amount of money. Guess what? They're leaving their audience on the back burner. They're only thinking of themselves. And there's people that'll do anything for money, okay? They'll come up with all these gimmicks. They'll come up with all these things. They're jumping from this bandwagon to that bandwagon because they have their own interests at heart. They have their own interests at heart. And I've seen some things, y'all. I've seen some things. I even seen something maybe a couple of years ago. A guy was teaching, and he was teaching on just, grabbing the subject, writing a book, and putting it on Amazon and selling it. Just, coming up with something and just putting it there. Not having an audience in mind. Just, getting the money. And, people really, if they understand that each of us have our own design pathway, We have our own purpose in life. When we stick to our truth, we don't have to do those gimmicks. Taking the shortcuts, trying to, do things to accomplish their goals without thinking about people who are going situations, who have situations, excuse me, and are going through something and they need answers to fix those problems or those situations. And it's something that's very unfair. But for my audience, for the most part, I want you to understand that you have treasures on the inside of you. You have gems on the inside of you. You don't have to do these little gimmicks or anything of that nature to get money. Okay? You concentrate on who you are. Number one, you get to know who you are. You live your truth and you serve your audience well. And money will come. There's no ifs, ands, or doubts about it. Money will come. But always put your audience first. Never your needs. Never. And that's all a part of allowing integrity and character to speak. Because, once integrity and character is gone, it's hard to get back if ever somebody could get it back. It's very hard. You have standards to your brain. And that's for you authors. You may think, well, I'm just writing books, but you have a brand. Okay? If you're an entrepreneur, you have a brand. Think about yourself. Okay? Think about yourself. You are a brand. You want people to trust you. You're building trust. So make sure that you're living your truth, okay? Own your place. When you own your place, what is that? That's that authority. That's that power. That's that dominion, okay? When you own your place, when you're occupying your space. Each of us have a space to occupy. Occupy your space and occupy it well, because you're running your own race on your own time clock. This is your life. This is your vision. Okay? Stick true to who you are. Stick true to who you are. That's all it takes, y'all. That's all it takes. So it will allow, and when people see this, it's something that comes from the inside out. It's not on the outside going in. It comes from the inside out, where you and your vision has become one. You understand who you are. You see it. You've written it down. Now this is going to radiate on the outside of you. This is something that I talked about it yesterday that's going to electrify your audience. It's going to pull them in. It's going to want them to know more about what you have. It's going to lead them to an understanding where it could help them in the situations that they're going through. Part of living your truth. That's all a part of it. That's why, I'm so adamant about it when I talk about living your truth and being unapologetically you. Because I want you to win. I want you to enjoy life and stop struggling through life. I want you to see and reach the best version of yourself. I want you to see, there's possibilities for you. I don't want you to think that there's nothing impossible for you, because everything's possible for you if you only believe. I want you to understand that you can expand your mindset, that you don't have to stay stuck, but you can enjoy your life. And not only, for you, but enjoy the journey where you're touching other people's life. Because I'm going to tell you one thing. When you touch people's lives and when you see that change in their lives, it does something for you. and it does something to you. That's why I tell you, I love to hear testimonies. I love when I'm speaking to people, whether it's one-on-one, a small group setting, or a large auditorium. I love to see when a light bulb comes on, because once the bulb comes on, they're getting that understanding. Now they can see it. And that's something that can't be hidden either. You could see it because their whole face, their whole countenance light up. It lights up. And once a person comes into that understanding, their countenance lights up, you know that they can see it. Now they're seeing it. They're seeing it in their mind's eye. They're seeing it. They're seeing themselves accomplishing those goals or whatever that is that they're trying to reach. Now they see the possibilities for themselves. It's a beautiful thing, y'all. It's a beautiful thing. So stick true to your brand. Stick true to who you are. Let me go to the comments. If you look at what you have in life, you'll always have more. And yeah, if you look at what you have in life, you'll always have more, especially when you appreciate those things, those small things. If you look at what you don't have in life, you'll never have enough. That's true. Where are you concentrated on? You know, where are you concentrated on? Because if you look at what you have in life, and that's why I added that other one on there, and appreciate it. Okay, appreciate. Have that attitude of gratitude. Okay, be appreciative for everything, and you'll have more. But if you always looking at the negative, what you don't have in life, you'll never have enough. And that's so true. That's spot on, Robert. That's spot on, because you'll never have enough. Because that's a mindset. Okay, that's a mindset. Be grateful for everything. Look at what's around you. Look at what you have. And don't look at this, you never have enough, okay? Because when you're looking at you never have enough, or I'll never get this, or I'll never achieve that, guess what? You never will. Just like he said, you'll never will. We live in a world of abundance. There is no lack, okay? There's no lack no matter what people are trying to say. Okay, they just hide it and keep it on the side. They're greedy or whatever, but there's no lack. You could have just what you need in this world. People, it doesn't matter about inflation or whatever, because people are still buying and selling. Okay, they're still buying houses. They're still selling cars. Somebody's buying them. So you see, it's all a mindset, a lack of understanding of how to get it, a lack of knowledge, put it that way, of how to get it. They can't see themselves achieving it. But you could achieve anything that you want if you only believe. If you only believe. So concentrate, just like he said, on, you having. Concentrate on that. And not with, you're not having. Because you'll never have enough. If you always think that, this is not for me, or I can't have this, I can't have that. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. So going back, allow integrity and character to speak. Live true to your brand. Now let's go to the first talking point. It comes with oneness. It comes with oneness, unity within yourself, unity with your audience's needs, okay? Unity within yourself, thinking the same way that you're talking, that you're acting. That's the unity within itself. Okay, that all has to be unified, because you can't think that one way and speak another way and do something totally opposite from those two. You can't do it. So first, as a visionary, as an author, as an entrepreneur, you might say, well, I'm an author. Why do I need a vision? You need a vision for your book. Because I'm going to tell you, your book is only a gateway. It opens you up to many opportunities. But if you never write the vision, where are you going? Maybe that's why you only sell a couple of hundred copies of your book, if that. And now your book is sitting around in the garage in boxes collecting dust. Or worst of all, on Amazon's or Barnes & Noble's platform, not getting any traction. I want you to think about that. Everybody needs a vision for their life. Even if you say you're not an entrepreneur, if you a housewife, you know, if you're working somebody's job, you need a vision. Where are you going? Or you just, existing through life? Come on, everybody needs something. Nobody's left out because each of us has a designed pathway. We all have a destiny. If we don't build our dreams, someone will hire you to build their dreams. And that's so true. That is so true. Somebody will hire us to build their dreams. Everybody has something, y'all. Everybody has something. And you have to find out what that is. And it all goes back to knowing who you are. Who are you? Who are you? But oneness, and also that comes with using the correct strategy to meet your audience, to meet your audience needs at the root. You have to be you as that individual has to be so in tune with yourself. Now you're able to see what that problem is. You remember those pain points are. That's why you just can't jump from this bandwagon to that bandwagon. You have to know who you are. And to get to those audience pain points, which are the roots, the root cause, not the thing that's obvious to, you naturally, but what is the root cause? What's causing that pain? What's causing that thing to, continue to wear them down, continue to, have them weary or whatever that situation may be, by getting to the root cause. So there has to be a oneness inside of you. So you're able to see what that root cause is, and then allow it to bring a transformation into your audience's life. And I talked about transformation yesterday. Okay? Transformation. Because if you say you're that author, if you saying you're that entrepreneur, if you saying you're that leader, what are you doing? Are you just existing and playing with it? Or are you serious about who you are and what you're doing? Playtime is over. Play is over. Play is over. And you have to come to the end of yourself where you say enough is enough. I'm tired of going around and around on this merry-go-round. Oneness, y'all. Transforming what you see. By bringing that over to them. So now they can understand. And it could change the way they see and understand things in order to eradicate the root. And I hope you're getting that. If not, I think I talked about that maybe in depth yesterday about the root cause. I'm not sure. But for the most part, allowing integrity and character to speak. Have oneness. Remember, you're a brand. You're a brand. Also, good deeds, service, okay? What are good deeds? Those are acts of mercy, compassion. Compassion. Don't be so hard on people. Or so, I think I used that term last week by being hardline, okay? Where it's this way and this is the way it's got to be, okay? Have compassion with people. Because as authors, as an entrepreneur, we have a great responsibility. Because people are looking for you when you show up and you say, well, you're the expert in this and you're the coach in that, or you're the leader in this. Now they're looking at you in a different way. So you have to have compassion. You have to help your audience to rid themselves, or how would you say, let me put this another way. Help them to replace those things that are binding them, that are stopping them, that's causing that pain. You introduce to them a solution. Because remember, we are walking distribution centers. We have what our audience needs. That's why you have to know who you are. When you know who you are, now you know who you're serving. So you have to have the right solutions on the inside of you in order to bring it to your audience. So you see, that's why you can't be brash, and you can't lose your temper with people. You can't be, just rude with your audience. You have to understand that everybody is on a different learning level. And you as an expert, you have to give them what they need and have that compassion. Consider yourself. Okay? How would you like to be treated? Consider yourself. It's very, very important. And there's times I see people, oh my God, last year, this guy was doing these live streams, and he was very, very rude. Very rude to some people, but just saying things online. And that offended some people. And you can't be like this. You just can't talk to people any kind of way. And especially when you have a worldwide program, because you don't know where these videos goes or these live streams go. They go all around the world. And as an expert, you should never be rude with people. If they don't get it, try to explain it another way. They're looking at you as an expert, and they don't need to be treated like that. Good deeds, good service, put people's needs above yours. Put people's needs above yours. And when I'm talking about rudeness, I'm talking about all those things. That's a great way that's why I always tell you, before you get in the presence of others, number one, you get in the presence of God. You empty yourself out. You ask him to fill you that day for what you need. Then you get in that mirror. You frame your day. You look yourself in the eye. You affirm yourself. You get all that junk out of you. Don't bring that over into your audience. They already have enough problems, situations, and circumstances that they're going through. So they don't need to hear that negativity. Okay? They don't need to have that negativity. And if you are a person and you have these, you want to just bite people, everything they say, you just biting back at them and stuff like that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Close down your live stream till you get yourself together. Close down whatever you need to do when you get in front of the public until you get yourself together. Okay? Because all a part of learning your truth and finding your design pathway and all those things, there's many things that you have to do to get yourself presentable where you could protect your brand. Okay? Where people can learn to trust you. And by you being rude, people are not going to trust you. They're going to shun away from you. See. Thank you for your support, ma'am. Appreciation is keys to succeed. Yes, we have to appreciate. We have to appreciate. Appreciation opens us up to many, many things, appreciation. And even with that, Robert, appreciate our audience, appreciate our, the people that we serve. That's another thing with our good deeds, and not be rude to them. Because, That's just something, and that's just, something I looked at. I said, you know, well, this one needs some work. This one needs some work. I don't see, the fellow online anymore, especially on live streams or anything of that nature. So maybe he's working on himself. Maybe he's working on himself. But we should never be like that, especially when we're talking about allowing integrity and character to speak, because it speaks loud and clear. Okay, actions. You always heard that actions speak louder than words. Actions and all of those other things. Having your correct image. Let me go to the comments before I go there. Let me see. We don't have to see two views. We don't. We certainly do not. Having your correct image, when I'm talking about allowing integrity and character to speak, knowing who you are and investing in yourself. Having your correct image. Because when you have your correct image, you'll enjoy. I tell you all the time, I enjoy my journey. I enjoy what I do. When I was climbing that corporate ladder, I did not enjoy. I'm going to tell you, the money was good. The money was very, very good. The bonuses were even better. Okay? Bonuses. Multiple bonuses a year. Real good. The perks were good. But I did not know my true identity. And I was so unfulfilled. So unfulfilled. You see, that goes back to that question. Well, I know you meant in another way, honey, money does not buy happiness. But I'm going to tell you now, I am very satisfied. And it's not that, I don't make money, because I do make money. I make more money now than I was then, but that's not the thing. It's all about the joy. It's all about the joy. This is what I love doing, because this is my true self. This is me. Whether you meet me online or whether, you meet me in person, this is who I am. And I know I have people on social media who have known me since I was growing up, in high school, in college, even on those jobs, even now through life, wherever I've been. I have people on different platforms that know me, and they could testify this is who I am. But it's all about having your correct image. Your correct image. How much you're enjoying your journey. That you're not struggling through life. I was struggling. Had nothing to do with the money, but it was with, not knowing who I was, just existing. Because existing is struggling. Okay? You're going through life, just existing. We will have millions in coming months. How about billions? Billions, Robert. Come on. Let's go for the billions. Billions. Let's get in that flow. Responsibilities. That's it. That's it. The billion flow. That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the billion flow. Because it's about service. The more people you serve, you don't have to worry about the money. The money will come. But people are supposed to be your number one target. Okay? Your number one target. That's why we have what we have on the inside. It's not for us to bury those things. It's not for us to, ignore those things. It's for us to take what we have and, allow other people, allow their lives to be transformed. It's a selfish thing when people hide their gifts, talents, and abilities, or try to hoard them, keep them to themselves. That's a selfish thing. Now, if you don't know, you just don't know. But once you know and you come into the knowledge of it, don't hide it. Okay? Don't hide it. Allow it to help somebody and to give them an opportunity to be a better version of themselves. You know, it's all about the caring. It's all about, you caring about other people and what their needs are, your audience, seeing yourself with your target audience. I every day, when I'm creating products, I'm creating services, I'm working on courses and different things of that nature, I have people in mind. I see where the struggles are because I know my target audience. I know what they're dealing with. So I'm creating based on what they're going through. So I could give them an easy win. So I could help them come out of those struggles, come out of, just existing and begin living. That's where the joy comes from. That's where the energy comes from. That's where it's at. When you help other people and the light bulb comes on, I'm telling you, that is a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing because I sit back and I watch, I give people things, advice and different things of that nature. And I sit back and I watch. I love it. I love when the light bulb comes on, having that correct image. When you're locked in, you're steadfast and unmovable. I'm going to tell you, when you're locked in, I'm locked in. And people will try to come. People will try to tell me this, try to tell me that. And they'll still be in my inbox, trying to give me this advice or that advice, trying to get me to come over to here, come over there. I'm not going anywhere. This is where I need to be because this is who I am. This is who I am. But I understand where they're at. They don't know who they are. They don't know. We can't buy a house. We can buy a house and not a home. That's right. It's a difference. It's a difference. We can buy a house, but not a home. That's it. And this is something here when I'm talking about, walking in your purpose, because that's the next one, walking in your purpose. You got to walk in it. But people, they're constantly searching for their purpose. They're constantly searching. They're trying to buy, if I may interject, they're trying to buy it here. They're trying to buy it there. They're trying to buy it with money. They're trying to fit in. They're trying to gain and blah, blah, blah. All we have to do is just, find out who they are. Find out who they are. It only takes a minute to sit back and do an assessment and find out who they are. But a lot of times they don't do that. Let me go to the comments again. Let's see. Okay. Life is meant to live once. Yeah. And enjoy it. Maximizing your potential. Enjoy it. Live your life and live your life on purpose. Live your life on purpose because what? We only have one life. Okay? And life is just a vapor. Get in touch with who you are, your purpose. Do the work because evidence will be there. Evidence will be there. That's all a part about allowing your integrity and character to speak. Evidence. It will be there. Results will be produced. You'll see the results in your audience. They'll begin speaking like you. And not saying that you want them to speak like you, but they're picking up on what they need. Now they're rehearsing it. Now their lives are changing as a result of it. As a result of it. Your audience begins to see clearly where they weren't able to see before. Now they can see their pathway clearly because now you have opened up their perception of how they thought, how they saw, how they understood. Now they get it. Okay? Now they get it. Remember, wisdom is the principal thing. But with all that getting, get an understanding. And understanding allows you to see. Without understanding, you'll be blind as a bat. You won't be able to see. Understanding opens up your sight. Because once you understand something, you'll never forget it. The reason why people forget things, because they didn't understand it in the first place. They didn't understand it. Because now, it's like it's seared to your mind's eye. There's things that are in our subconscious. I think I spoke about this maybe last week, about the subconscious, that it's always there. Well, I think I was talking about, limiting behaviors, limiting beliefs, and different things of that nature. But once that understanding comes, now you get a different image, a different picture. Now it goes in. And now and you have to receive it. You have to accept it and receive it. You understand? And then it goes in. Now it replaces that old image that you had of yourself, if I may say that, with a new image of who you are. You see, some of you out there, you have an image of, who people say you are, or what they expected you to be, or, some situation or circumstance. That's your image. And that image needs to change. You need to have the image of who you truly are and walk in your purpose, because it makes a big, big difference. It makes a big, big difference. And, this is a conversation right here that I just told you that goes into much detail. So if you need to know more about that, I have these courses that's coming up. And I don't think it'll be July, but it'll probably launch in August when it comes up. And this is something that if you have any questions about living your truth and self-confidence and self-esteem, go to that link that's scrolling across the bottom of the screen and you could get more information, okay? Somebody will be in touch with you. Another thing, when I'm talking about allowing integrity and character to speak, it causes disruption, okay? It causes disruption because now you're true to your brand. You have standards, okay? I have a standard here, and my team knows it. I have a standard because the standard is to live your truth. And everything that's created on this platform, created in products and services, created with courses or whatever, is about living your truth to cause not only a disruption, but a movement where people will begin to say, well, I got to find out who I am. I got to know who I am. I could do better than this. Okay? There's more for me. I feel that there's more for me, but I don't know how to get to it. Now, I got somebody that can help me to get to it. Okay? Because people are important. People are important. Okay? People just don't exist. People are important. Everybody's important, y'all. Everybody's important. There's no big eyes and little U's. Everybody's important. And what we have will cause a disruption in our clients, our audience's lives. Okay? By causing our audience to think differently. They're thinking. Will help them expand their mindset where they could see things in a different light, where they could grow, where they can maximize their potential. Also, to give them sight to see where they couldn't see before, because they were groping around in the darkness. They were pulling for this. They were pulling for that. They were on this bandwagon and that bandwagon. They just didn't know. They continue to be discouraged and just give up. Okay? And it also their actions, the actions of their audience. We don't want you to give up. We don't want you to throw in the towel. We don't want you to think that nobody cares about what your book or your products, your services, or whatever that is that's inside of you that you haven't even discovered yet. We want to help you discover your truth and to bring out the brilliance in you, because there's brilliance on the inside of you. It may be locked up. It may be hidden, just like a diamond in the rough. You're a diamond in the rough, and it's covered up by all that other stuff. But once that diamond is cut and polished, it's brilliant. You're priceless. I'm gonna leave that with you. You are priceless. You're brilliant and you're priceless. I'll always tell you, there's no mansion, no yacht, no Rolls Royce, no anything else that's worth more than you. You have value and you have worth. You just need to be in the right place, in the right atmosphere to cause your vision, your dream to come alive. So I hope that what I have shared with you today on allowing your integrity and character to speak, I hope something that I shared with you will help you come alive today. And to reach out, you could always reach out to me and my team, okay? And we will help you discover the possibilities that are in your life, all those treasures, all those gems that the world is waiting on. You understand? The world's waiting on what you have inside of you. And the world needs it. They need it. 63,000 Google searches every second of every day of people looking for information that you have on the inside of you. They're looking for your expertise. And you're thinking that you have nothing. But you do. So when I'm talking about oneness, allowing your integrity and character to speak, I'm talking about oneness. I'm talking about good deeds and services. I'm talking about having your correct image. I'm talking about walking in your purpose. And I'm talking about causing a disruption. Because what you have on the inside of you will cause a disruption to change not only the people, your audience's life, but the people that's around your audience. And also to change people's lives for generations to come. Generations to come. I want you to think about that. See how great you are? You need to maximize your potential and stop leaving money on the table. Well, that's the end of our show for today. But I thank you, and thank you, Robert, for being here with me today as we discuss this important topic today. And I always invite you all, to get in the chat. Those of you who are not in the chat, get in the chat. But if you're just watching, you don't want to get in the chat, that's fine with me. Okay. Thank you for all our followers and, our supporters of Turning Your Passion into Profit Morning Show. And I thank you, like I say, for taking time out of your busy schedule to be here with me today. And I want you to always remember this. This is your time. This is your season. This is your turning point. So I see you the next time, but have a great day.